talk, I live it. I ball, I pivot. I go the distance. I'm so
What is going
persistent.
on, halftime family? It is your boy Uncle JB, and today is the day that a lot of people have been calling for. Me and Biscuit Head have finally heard y'all's request, and we are finally going to be doing reactions on this channel. I'm so excited about it. I'm pumped, and I thought, what better way to kick off our reactions than one of the biggest events coming up this summer on June 15th, and that's Frank Martin going against Gervonta Tank Davis, man. I'm so excited about that fight. I had no clue actually that Closer Look or Motivedia put out a Closer Look. They usually do them on fights leading up to the fights, and they always fire. This came out last month. I had no clue about it, so I wanna dive in with y'all, react to it. But before we do that, please give us a like, share this video, subscribe for us, man. Like, we're trying to build this community up of people. And trust me, we're gonna be talking about everything, not only boxing, all sports, life, relationship with God, everything you can possibly think of. So tap in with your boys. And with that said, man, let's go ahead and get into this close look. And I guess before we do this, I guess I gotta give my prediction for the fight. I think a lot of my friends know that I love boxing. I've been watching boxing all my life. I'm just a fan of boxing. I just want a good fight more than anything else. I really could care less who holds the titles and all that. That I want a good fight, and I think this is going to be an amazing fight. I cannot wait for it. But if I had to lean one way, man, this hurts me to say it right now. A lot of people, y'all might be like, man, I ain't trying to listen to JB no more. I think Frank Martin is going to win this fight. And the reason why I say that is a very simple reason. There's no pressure on him. There's no pressure on Frank Martin right now. Like, everybody is saying he's going to go in there, he's going to get knocked out in the 4th or 5th round. Maybe if Tank wants to play around with him a little bit longer, he'll keep him around to the 7th or 8th, but he's going to get him out of there. And I just think that's not, I don't think that's really fair to any boxer at all, because really the excuses that we're saying are the lights are going to be too big for him. Tank's been there before, and his muscles are going to save him. That's what people are saying. That's literally what people are saying. They're not talking about his skills. They're not talking about his head movement. They're not talking about his feet work. They're saying he hasn't been there before, and his muscles are too big. I'm sorry, but you can't use that muscles too big argument. I kind of find that weird because they the same weight. They just have different physiques. Their physique is just a little different, but they the same weight. It all comes down to what type of workouts you're doing, and naturally, Frank has been built that way, right? You look at Mike Tyson, you look at Lennox Lewis. They're two totally different body types, but they're both heavyweights. So it's just, I'm not gonna use that whole body muscle things. That's weird to me. I understand that this is Frank's first fight, and I wish there was more pressure on him. But when the whole world is saying that you're gonna lose, you're gonna get knocked out, you're playing with house money. And I'm sorry, like the lights, that whole argument to me, you got to be mentally different to step in the ring and fight in front of anybody. Don't matter if it's 5 people, 10 people, 30 people, 100,000. It don't matter who you fighting in front of. You have to be mentally different here to say, I don't care who I step in front of, I'm going to fight, because you're going to be judged regardless. So I don't really think that the lights are too bright for him. Frank's a very low-key guy. I don't think he really even care about none of that. I personally think all the pressure is on Tank, and we know that Tank likes to get started a little slow. I don't think that he can do that in this fight. I think he has to come out firing right off the bat. He can't give away rounds because Frank is a good high IQ fighter. He knows how to set up shots. He's a very good counterpuncher. Again, he can move his head. He has good feet. He's very athletic. To me, this is Tank's first actual fight, like against somebody that's just as athletic as him. Am I giving Tank the edge? Absolutely, yes. I'm not biased towards Frank. I'm not. I'm just looking at it from a 10,000 bird's eye view of what I think. And honestly, I think since Frank has no pressure, Tank, it's all on you. If Tank gives away those early rounds, and now he has to go headhunt Frank. Frank, all he has to do is fight smart, not get caught, place his shots the right way. He's a very accurate puncher. A lot of people might be upset on June 15th. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm saying. I want to put it out here now. I could be completely wrong. Y'all could dive in the comments like, JB, I'm talk about boxing, man. I'm still gonna talk about it, but this is just my prediction. This is my opinion. And with that said, man, let's go ahead and dive into the video. Let's get it, man. Let's get it.
I remember you even gave me a story that from years ago you sparred Tank,
Yeah.
and you said it was like, oh,
I'm there.
Fight fans, welcome back.
I feel like I owe you and Tank $100. That was so good that that's kind of what people pay for.
As the lightweight gloom begins to lift, two silky southpaws stare across the battlefield.
Beautiful combination.
this one is over.
A peak performer primed at producing highlight reel knockouts.
Davis thought Santa Cruz was going to fold.
Aimed for the straight and narrow in his ongoing quest to become the new face of boxing. Opposing a Michigan mover.
Hey, look, I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna try to pause it only a few times throughout the video, but shout out to Motivedia again, man. They be making some dope videos, man. Like, I always get hyped when I watch these, so y'all might see my excitement or my reactions to some of this, man. I just love watching boxing highlights, boxing fights, especially when you got two real good fighters. So yeah, man, it's gonna be good.
Untested and untainted, ready to announce his presence to the wider public.
We just believe that we ready for any of the top fighters. So, give them to us. Let us get them. We ready to eat.
The Ghost has nowhere to hide against the heavy-handed artillery of a legitimate lower-weight armored vehicle.
Ooh, that one passed he ain't like a missile.
Absolutely. Look at that right there. Look at Rolly's face. His Gervonta has just an amazing ability to let his hands go at such a quick, fast, powerful rate. And again, you have to be a very high IQ fighter to not get hit by that. You're probably gonna get clipped a couple times. I ain't gonna lie. You're probably gonna get hit because that's how great this man is. But if you're going to beat him, you have to fight the absolute perfect IQ fight. And man, they come out of nowhere. Whoo!
It's Tank versus Frank as Gervonta Davis and Frank Martin collide. Welcome to a Motivedia presentation.
No, there was, speaking of Tank, right? There was a time you and him jumped in the ring for sparring.
Just now with you and Gervonta Davis. What'd you make of that session?
It was good work. You know what I mean? Got to get in there with the world champion. I held my own, he held his. Good experience.
Listen,
Yeah.
to say that was a legendary sparring session.
There was probably about 40 people in the gym.
Yeah.
When it all happened, there was about 40 people in the gym. Floyd was even there. Floyd ended up letting me use his gear.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and I ended up sparring one of the Tank homeboys. I stopped him in we're supposed to be 6 rounds. I stopped dude in 4 rounds. Then that's Monday. So on Wednesday, me and dude was supposed to spar again. So Floyd ended up coming up to me or whatever, you'll get Tank some rounds. So I'm like, yeah, but I'm supposed to spar Tank dude.
Yeah.
So Tank probably trying to get his
Hit back. Yeah.
From what I heard was people saying that you caught Tank with a shot and he got mad and wanted to fight no gloves off.
I heard it. We heard Tank and
Two pit bulls in there going at it. Neither one curved out.
Look, man, that's all I'm gonna say, man. Sparring is sparring, right? Let's get that out of the way. Sparring is sparring. A lot of people go in there to get work done. You're not necessarily trying to go in there and fight necessarily, right? But here's what I'll also say. Sparring is sparring, but sparring in front of Floyd or at Floyd's gym and what I think they call it doghouse, whatever they call it, that's different because they are going at each other. They're trying to kill each other. That's a completely different type of sparring. And if people are saying, credible people are saying yo, two pit bulls in there, they were going at it. They were making it happen. Man, June 15th can't get here quick enough. I'm telling you, man, that right there alone lets me know that, hey, this is, and don't get me wrong, like, again, Frank probably wasn't where he was, and Tank wasn't where he is today, right? That was a while ago. But hey, if you're telling me they were getting at it like that back then, oh yeah, I can't wait for now. Oh yeah, let's get it.
That's why I got rough like it did. That's why everybody liked what they say.
It just showed me like these guys ain't off the radar. You know, he ain't do nothing to you that you ain't never had happen to you. You know,
it was good. First, it was good work.
Hold up, did he hurt you in sparring? I feel like I seen him say on. You saw that interview?
Big cat.
No, but I seen Earl say some stuff about it. Earl better watch out. This fighter hurt bad, like I did before.
Big cat. Big cat. He know what's happening.
He's mean as hell in there, though, ain't he?
Yeah. But I can get mean too. You know what I mean? I can get mean too. So, what was the best compliment you got maybe after everything was done?
They was just looking like, man, they beast.
Yeah.
You got something.
Yeah.
And that was that.
Who do you think will give you your first shot at greatness?
You gonna say Tank?
Probably, man, I don't know. Probably Tank.
Really?
Probably Tank.
Tank will do it, huh?
I think so.
Get on my
Hey,
get on my way. Say get on my way.
Following a quick-fire start to 2023, everything seemed positive for Gervonta Davis.
Tank Davis went in there and delivered a punishing shot so hard, it rattled his brain.
Gathering momentum following back-to-back blastings of first Hector Luis and then Ryan Garcia.
Gonna put work on Gervonta. He knows it. I'm gonna put work on him. He's gonna be surprised in that ring. That's my prediction. He's gonna be surprised. He's gonna get caught.
I will say this one thing. Ryan lasted till round 7, right? And I personally think that Frank is head and shoulders above Ryan as a fighter. And Ryan was very so one-dimensional on that fight that Tank probably could have got him out there at any point. You know what I'm saying? Probably just playing with his food a little bit. But I don't see that happening this time. And it's kind of funny. You can see how cool, calm Tank is right now. You know what I'm saying? In these interviews with Ryan leading up before the fight, it's the complete opposite with Frank. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he knows that, yeah, this is wartime. I'm excited about it, man. I'm excited.
I saw 6 rounds. Is what you're thinking? I could be wrong.
7 or 8.
Yeah, right around there. How you pick that number? Like, how do you pick what round?
I know if I can get him where I want him,
yeah,
that's how long it's gonna take.
Yeah.
He's a very high IQ fighter, and again, the only way you're gonna be a high IQ fighter, I personally think, is with another high IQ fighter. You got to do some things that he don't think you gonna do. So like you gotta be perfect at it. It has to happen at the right time, at the right moment. And that's what I'm saying. That it takes a very high IQ person. And I believe Frank is that guy. I'm sure they're gonna show some Frank highlights here in a minute, but I'm telling you, you gotta, if you want to beat this man, because he's to me, he's damn near unstoppable. But if you want to beat him, you have to have very specific traits. And I think Frank got those, man. So
With a delayed reaction, Gervonta Tank Davis just stopped Ryan Garcia.
Get on my way. Get on my way. Get on my way. Get on my way. Put that on something that's on me.
Sidelined by legal issues, physically and mentally constrained, Tank was not seen in a ring again.
Finally, Tank, you said this week, the only one who can beat me is me. How do you avoid that happening going forward?
Facts.
Now cleared to fight,
Hey,
ready to.
and I say facts. I know a lot of y'all saying like, oh, if the only person that can beat him is him, why you taking Frank? Again, I just think that if Tank allows Frank to steal those early rounds, he essentially beat himself. It depends on how long it takes Tank to calculate. If it takes him 2-3 rounds to calculate Frank, and Frank is able to capitalize on those rounds and then just box him and not get in danger, sure, going to the cars is gonna be tough for Frank, right? Because more than likely they're gonna maybe lean towards Tank's side. But if you put together enough rounds, I mean, it's the debate is there. That's all I'm saying. The debate is there. So again, it's kind of tricky. You know, it's tricky, man.
To reassume his status as one of the torchbearers of the PBC's Brave New Dawn.
Tank's the guy at any weight class, though. He's the guy.
Yes.
He's the cash cow. He's the money guy. You know, he's not 23 anymore.
More.
25 anymore. So, you know, he looks at things differently. I'm just really excited for when he gets back in the ring.
After moving up to 140, Devin Haney vacated the WBA title to let Gervonta reign supreme. There's simply no more time to waste for a prolific puncher at the peak of his powers.
But at the end of the day, man, I expect to see a very, very focused and a very, very sharp.
Hey, shout out to Fannin real quick. If y'all don't know who Fannin is, he's a great YouTube boxing channel personality, whatever you want to call him. I'm subscribed. He's dope, man. If you want anything with boxing, man, definitely tap in with him. He's a great guy. Showbiz as well, man. Shout out Showbiz, but yeah, Fannin is dope, man. Those two, I would say, are like top two without a doubt. To me, let's get it.
Gervonta Davis. Some people want to call it a tune-up. I wouldn't call it a tune-up. I would say it's legitimately a top fighter. Rough, could be a very tough fight for him.
Gervonta Tank
Hey,
Davis
Showbiz.
Ghost. Frank Martin Jr.
Hey, Showbiz as well. Shout out Showbiz. Hey, I'm telling you right now, that is the GOAT. Showbiz is the man. If y'all not tapped in with him, y'all are just missing out. You need to tap in with Showbiz ASAP. That boy is comedy.
How would a Frank Martin Gervonta Davis fight look like?
Oh, that'd be fire. That'd be fire. That'd be fireworks right there.
And still undefeated, Frank the Ghost Martin.
Where do you think you fit in the division with Haney and Tank?
I'm right there with them guys, you know. Sit me at the table with them. You know, whenever I'm ready to give me a shot, you know, I'm going to be ready.
All of the talents that have made respected trainer and TV analyst Joe Goosen say, I'm hard-pressed to find a single flaw, quote unquote.
Oh.
I'm a ghost, I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost, I'm a ghost.
Oh.
I'm a ghost.
Right there. That's what I'm talking about. That counter punching. He can set it up clean. And if Tank has to continuously progress, he gonna get caught, man. Like I love boxing videos. So I like to rewind and like watch that punch. Look at it.
I'm a ghost, I'm a ghost.
Oh!
I'm a ghost, I'm a ghost.
Oh!
Fade into the dark like a ghost.
Next, a top 10 test presents a dangerous entity rebuilding his reputation, intent on proving himself to the world.
I got to tell you, Frank Martin's one of my favorite up-and-comers right now. He's very fast, very smart, very patient, very accurate. All the things that I really love in a fighter.
Quincy Mass. He stays in shape there.
Boy.
He has another shot, but look at that, Frank Martin.
Unlike Davis, Frank Martin's abilities have yet to be scrutinized at the top level. But that stage is now set.
I'm saying what a lot of people are saying and what Derek James is saying to him right now. You are the man. You are the truth. You belong here.
Martin has.
I think that's another underrated thing. I mentioned it earlier with Frank, man. Having Derek James in your corner. Again, you could say somebody's not ready for the spotlight, but if they have all the necessary pieces around them before the spotlight happens, they're gonna be ready for it. You know what I'm saying? Like you have Derek James, then you also have one of your running mates in Errol the True Spence Jr. I mean, training, the mindset, everything is there. Now it's all on you to go capitalize. And when you give the right person that opportunity, they can capitalize on it. So again, man, I don't think it's gonna be as smooth as a lot of people think it is for Tank, man. Like you got somebody that's coming in that's hungry. But not only hungry, they've been equipped with almost everything you possibly need to have in your arsenal to get the job done. Amen.
Shown form in the past, Even PEDs could not assist Michelle Rivera to victory when Frank dominated the Muhammad Ali tribute act in their unbeaten Crossroads clash.
On the way up, and you can hear the leather landing.
Yeah, you can feel those punches when they're that close to us.
As he backs up Rivera, look at this. Frank Martin chasing Michelle Rivera, pops him with a couple of lefts. There's a right to the body by Martin. Oh, down goes Rivera.
Hey, you heard what they said. You can hear the leather. You can hear it. Everybody saying that Frank ain't got no power, all them muscles, no punch, no bite to it. Hey, if you sitting ringside and you can hear him landing them shots, that means the man got some power, man. I digress.
On a thudding left. Oh my goodness.
Prior to that, Martin crushed Jackson Martinez, who had lost a debatable decision to Raleigh Romero.
But he is a lightweight who is looking to become, well, a heavyweight attraction in the division.
Even in the 9 days, Bruce was able to spar with JD.
There was a left and another left by Martin, and Meridian
Nah.
goes down with 10 seconds left in the
Y'all ain't gonna tell me that he can't punch, man. Nah, y'all ain't gonna say that. Ain't no. Oh, wait, listen.
action in the division.
Even in the 9 days, Bruce was able to spar with JD.
There was a left and another left by Martin, and Meridian goes down with 10 seconds left in the
Loading up.
Meridian, the other right hook. Meridian's down again, and the fight is over. We're ready now to, well, continue to eat. He wants a seat at the table, Brian Custer.
However, it was last year's sole outing that raised cause for concern as German Artem Harutyunyan took Frank to the wire.
This is what Derek James wanted. He wanted that offense from Martin, and now touching the body, snapping the head back. Jab as Harutyunyan, and Harutyunyan takes a knee.
Martin broke his orbital bone, but could not break his spirit.
Ghost Martin!
Some even suggested this was the reason.
Again, man, if you gotta have some power to break somebody's orbital bone, and okay, let's say he don't got power, you gotta be extremely accurate to hit the same spot over and over and over and over and over and over and over again to break his orbital bone. I digress.
And Martin declined to fight with the allegedly retired Shakur Stevenson.
Boxing is a business, so no, Frank Martin is not a duck. I don't think he'll ever be considered a duck. He is a beast and the future. It's just the wrong timing.
An athletic southpaw with a solid chin and good power, the Ghost's limited experience and an elevated class may return to haunt him.
And tell us how you're gonna spook that division.
I'm coming out strong. I'm just ready. You know, I'm ready to wake the whole division up. Me getting those big fights. You know, I want the big names. You know, and it's anybody.
Ever since I was a kid, all I knew was hard work. Looking like a million, but I came from the dirt. When I came in, people thought I was a joke. 10 years in, I was about to run the world. Ain't no quit until I get it.
Martin's speed and reflexes should keep things interesting early. He will need to find an extra gear to compete in the championship rounds. Having trodden the full 12 on 2 occasions, stamina should be in supply. Only Isak Cruz has found a way to extend Davis the distance.
That was a good fight, but Tank also broke his hand during that fight. So, like, fought on one hand. Don't get me wrong. Pitbull was being a Pitbull. He was trying, but again, like I think that there's a certain level to IQ when you're fighting this man, and for him to beat you with one hand lets me know that your IQ game wasn't all the way there. You were just trying to take him out, and that you cannot do that when you fight this man. That's all I'm saying.
That left took by Cruz, though. It's the best punch he's landed in the fight.
Gervonta's squat 5'5.5" frame is reinforced by an elongated 67.5" reach that he utilizes as a powerful range-finding port-side jab.
It's just that he's not just the power punch that looks for a power shot. No, he sets up punches.
That sets up the kind of finishes that have contributed to a phenomenal 93% KO ratio.
I say what I mean with my words, I don't play.
Hey, this I love my box right here. Go back and
I say what I mean with my words, I don't play. I can prove the receipts if you want to find a way.
Boxing pro since 2017 with 94 rounds under his belt, Martin has been brought along steadily.
And I think people on TV now are going to be delighted with the way he fights. I like the way he plants and fires, Joe. Real pop on his punches.
Victory would give trainer Derek James's stable a welcome shot in the arm. Gervonta's coach Calvin Ford has turned caretaker and confidant as he tries to stabilize his man both in and out of the ring.
Here's the winner by way of technical knockout and still undefeated.
Them boys about to
I
get
told you I'm sending a message, not just you, through the rest of them. Stop playing with my youngin. Stop playing with my youngin.
Hey, that's hard right there. I ain't gonna lie. Stop playing with my youngin. Hey, that's hard. Oh, I see you over here.
Every one of the new little young fighters all kind of fight the same. In a sense, so it's like other than Tank.
Don't blink your eye, don't get no popcorn, don't get no drink, none of that. Make sure y'all focus.
Make some noise for Tank Davis, everyone.
Part of that strategy will be to get inside and negate Frank's 68-inch reach that presents in the form of a jab.
Tank has the ability to be a boxer and a puncher and a banger at the same time.
And this will be an active weapon if he is to upset the odds.
You know, protect yourself at all times because I can get you up out of there at any moment in the fight. So, you know, just protect yourself at all times.
Is Frank Martin the most underrated lightweight in business? Absolutely losing. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wake him up because it's about that time.
Down clean that time.
Martin's output is strong, but the lack of head movement against Haratunian and openness to body shots spell danger with Davis.
Hey, we saw how he got him out, how he got Ron up out of there with a body shot. I'm just saying, hey, that is definitely a cause for concern. But again, if you know those are your concerns and you're a high IQ fighter, you know what you need to clean up because you're going against a very, very dangerous fighter. So I guess we shall see, man. It's gonna be, I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be a great chess match, and a lot of people think it's gonna be just a quick thing. It's over with. You're wrong.
Left and beautiful right hook.
I think Frank Martin is a great fighter, but Tank, I'm different.
All southpaw affairs occasionally get messy. The battle for foot position and setting of traps could leave the offensive initiative open to whichever technical talent wants to lead off.
It'll probably be a fill out the first couple rounds, but when Tank get in his bag, it's Tank. Right? Tank is that. He him. That's what he said. He's him.
Gervonta gonna win that. He might even knock him out. I think so.
Hey, time out. But hey, Bomac just hates right now, bro. Shout out to Bomac, man. I think he is hilarious, bro. I think Bomac is one of the funniest people ever, bro. And you can just look at his face, bro. You can tell he's just so unserious, bro. Look, watch this.
Get in his bag, it's Tank. Right? Tank is that. He him. That's what he said. He's him.
Gervonta gonna win that. He might even knock him out. I think so. Yeah,
he might even knock him out. Hey, which is true. He's not saying he's saying facts. Frank could get knocked out. It could happen. But I think to say it so quick, it's just, again, everybody's saying, oh, it's a wash. It's not even, I think that's wrong, right? And I think Bomac really probably got some, with Derek James, Earl Spence, Terrence, all that, right? So he feels a certain type of way. That man funny, boy.
Frank's propensity to throw from a wide stance could land him in hot water.
That landed flush on Frank Martin, so the defensive master is tagged. He looks to his own corner.
Martin is unlikely to break distance, bore in, and move Tank around the ring like Isaac Pitbull Cruz managed for long periods, but standing at mid-range is unlikely to suffice, especially if his head stays on the line for Davis to land power bombs. It's the one you don't see coming that does the damage. Time and again, Gervonta has found that exact shot at the perfect moment.
it would be Ryan, Devin, Tank.
Okay. Nice. So to me, that's saying that you believe Tank is probably the harder fighter for you, for your style.
He the most dangerous out of them.
A lot of people are expecting Tank to win. Does that change your mentality as far as like how you going into it?
Once upon a time, what happened in the gym stayed there. Surfacing just in time to stoke the pre-fight fires, a heated sparring session administered within Floyd's antagonistic gaze revealed animosity bubbling under the surface.
I'm like looking like I'm thinking Head was gonna try to sneak me or something, but it was a little off. Man, I wasn't nowhere near where I'm at right now.
Right.
You know me? So
seeking to take matters to the streets, Davis must curb his temperament to avoid another emotional battle.
You know his best attribute. You know your best attribute, and it's going. Y'all gonna tick for tat until it breaks.
I was listening to Ryan Garcia. He said that he's sharing knowledge with Frank Martin, and he said, "Don't be surprised if Frank beats Tank."
I'm gonna go with Frank because I'm gonna be there every step of the way and put him on game. Like, this is what he likes to do. This is what he will do. And we're going.
He's just talking to be talking. He don't believe that. Frank's a good fighter, but he's not with Tank.
Battles are contested in the ring, not in words. If Tank is to nail down the likes of Haney, Shakur, and Teofimo, he must first exercise the type of ghost who believes his style is all wrong for the lightweight elite.
Yeah, what I say, we vicious. We ain't just boxing. We doing this. Come Saturday night, be prepared.
If he handle his business with Frank Martin,
I don't want to hear anything Bill got to say. The video is almost over with, so we're just gonna stop it there. Hey, look, man, I'm just gonna end it with this. Again, I think it's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be a close fight. I really wish I didn't have to pick a side, but I think that's what it comes. That's what it comes with. You got what side you on, and I haven't seen anybody openly say that Frank is gonna win this fight. So I guess I'll kick it off, man. I'll kick it off. I might be the only one standing in the corner by myself saying that Frank gonna win. But I think that Frank is going to beat Tank Davis, which is going to lead to a blockbuster second fight that is going to be probably one of the biggest fights that we ever seen. So I'm so excited about June 15th. I hope y'all are too. Leave y'all comments below. Tell me who y'all going for, who y'all rooting for, and why y'all think they go win. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe on this video for your boy, man. I'm out.